my job is to produce Lagavulin, and we do it to the same recipe that's been carried down over all these years. So we produce our spirit following the same traditions that we have done for all these years. And okay, things may change ever so slightly in some of the modern things that we do, like we recover heat from some of the process and reuse that, save energy in other areas. But the basic traditions of making Lagavulin have remained the same for hundreds of years. There's a local farmer called John Johnson who established Lagavulin, and prior to the distillery being established, there was actually 7 small illicit distilleries operating here in the bay at Lagavulin. And Lagavulin is a Gaelic word which means the mill in the hollow. And the bell here is part of the heritage of Lagavulin. As you can imagine, when the distillery started in 1816, there was a large village. There was lots of people worked in the distillery. There was people worked in the farm, producing grain, which was barley. There was animals which were fed in the byproducts from the distillery. There was lots of people cutting the peat. And there was lots of people, and it was a large village, a lot more houses in the village than there is today, probably half the size again than it is today. So the village had a church, and the church was just beyond these houses further down, and they decided to build a new church in about 1906, which you pass coming up the road. It's called Lagavulin Hall now. So they took the bell off the old church and tried to transfer it to the new church, and it wouldn't fit into the belfry. So it was mounted up here as being the centre of the village, and the minister would have to walk up the road and ring the bell here and then run down the road to take the service. And that went on for about 60 years, until eventually one of the ministers decided that that wasn't the right thing to do, and he moved the bell into a platform thing that he made up in the garden of the church to support it. When the church was sold off in 1980 as a private home, they asked us if we wanted the bell back, as it was part of our heritage, and we took it back and we put it up here, because we do believe that the bell was paid for by the distillery when the first church was put in to support the village of Lagavulin. How you pronounce Lagavulin is Lagavulin. Lagavulin. You drag out the vulin, so it's Lagavulin. Lagavulin. That's how you pronounce Lagavulin. I've worked here at Lagavulin for 7 years. I've been distillery manager for 7 years. So prior to that, I used to come to Islay, because before that I was in engineering. And I would come to Islay, because Islay was one of the sites that I was looking after. We've got 3 sites. There's the maltings, there's also Carrilla and Lagavulin, and I looked after them from an engineering aspect. So I've been coming to Islay from about 1995, and in 1998 I was offered a chance of coming to Lagavulin, and I said yes. I've always loved Lagavulin, and I still like it. It's a beautiful place, it's a magical place, Lagavulin. And I think you've seen round it today, and I think you would agree with me, it's a special place. Even though you haven't seen it at its best, it's pretty messy because it's all pulled to bits because of maintenance. But if you were to see that up and running and get the smells, the proper smells of the distillery while it's in operation, it's an absolute magical place to be. And you have to remember as well that the majority of the guys who work here, their fathers and grandfathers and great-grandfathers have long traditions here at Lagavulin. Some people here, their fathers and grandfathers, we can go back hundreds of years. I'm originally from Scotland, obviously. I've moved around Scotland quite a lot. My father was in the police, so I was used to moving about. He was transferred from here to there every 3 or 4 years. So I have moved around a lot. I've been in the whisky industry for about 22 years, and mainly my time has been in packaging. I'm an electrical engineer, and my background is packaging in the whisky industry. I've also had experience in maltings, in maturation, so I've quite a wide overview of all the processes in producing whisky. But the one I like the most is this part of it, which is Lagavulin. I have two boys. They don't live in the island because they're up now, and I have a granddaughter as well, so they are off the island. They come and see us, come and stay with us for a couple of weeks every year. If the boys could have had work here in Islay, they would come, especially the older boy. He just loves Islay. He's the one with the granddaughter, and they love Islay. If he could get work here, they would love to come here and work and stay.